Brief mini quiz over translating equations. So taking words, turning it into algebra, and solving one-step equations. So the couple of things we've been practicing the last few days. You have a homework assignment that's on Google Classroom that's literally the exact same type of problems, same number of problems you are going to see on that quiz. So we're going to do a little practice, just a little group, make sure we're all on the same page, we remember what we're doing. Then we're going to play a couple little review games to practice that concept before we take that quiz tomorrow. So the first thing we're going to do is practice translating. Baby, you need a marker, eraser, and a board. Right there. Is to make sure we remember the translating ones. I'm going to add some extra credit assignments on Google Classroom tonight for you to practice. If you want to use those for extra credit, that would be great. Okay, just so you know if you realize, but I would be looking at that vocab list. So the first problem, so I'm going to write the words on your board. I want you to write the algebra symbols that would be represented by the words that I'm giving you. Okay? So I'm going to give you words. You turn it into symbols. And I'm giving you some that are very, very similar to what you're going to see tomorrow. So I'm going to give you a second. So look at the words I've got up here on the board. Do your best to turn it into an equation. This tomorrow, I'm recording this as well so that you can go back and review between today and tomorrow as well. So I'm going to show you, this is one of the ones that I gave you. You know how I said like greatest hits and misses, the one that like a lot of people have a tendency to miss. So if you missed this one, honestly, that's pretty common. That's to be expected. Okay, so if you missed it, no worries. What I see in a lot of places is I see you're almost right in most places, although I do see one person that has it right. Most of us have it almost right. Okay, no shame in that. It's been several days since I gave you a heads up about this. So the first thing I'm going to highlight is that word sum, okay? What operation is a sum? And I see a lot of the, yes, sir, go for it, Hunter. What is it? Addition. So I know I'm going to add something, okay? It says, I'm going to show you why I'm skipping over the 3 times in just a second. The sum of a number and 8. A number. I don't know what that number is. It says a number. What am I going to use in its place because I don't know what that number is equal to? I'm going to use a variable. What variable you want? What variable you want? Okay, X. What'd you say? A. Okay, so we're going to use A. So we're adding A to something. I don't know what, and what is that something? We're adding it to 8, right? I think 8's pretty self-explanatory. So the sum of a number and 8 does everybody agree with me that what is a code word for? Equals. And does everybody agree with me that 15 is pretty self-explanatory? Yeah. Right? So I'm just going to write 15. Now here's where we kind of goof a little bit. So the sum of a number and 8, we've got that part. And now we've also got 3 times that sum, right? If you have this, I wrote that in red. What does that mean? Wrong. It's wrong. You're just barely wrong, but it's wrong. I am using times, okay? Well, your head's kind of in the right place. I can't just sit it next to each other either. That's not quite correct, okay? Oh, there we go. Ding, ding, ding. Okay, the problem is this word sum. In order to be able to multiply 3 times it, I got to have a sum in the first place, okay? If I write it like this, like 3 times, in order of operations, I would be doing the multiplication first, because please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, right? We have to add something that demonstrates that we're actually going to add first. What do I need to put around that a plus 8 to show that I'm going to do that sum first? What do we use when we want to indicate that's what we're going to do first? Parentheses. It's the P. It's the first thing, and please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So because it says sum, we've got to do that adding first. We have to get that answer to the addition problem first before we can multiply it by 3. So we have to add those parentheses in order to be able to do the sum first. I guarantee you will see one like that tomorrow. Okay? So whenever, and it's the same thing if you have something like 8 times the difference. The only difference would be you got to change that adding to subtracting. But because it says that you are going to multiply it by the sum, that means you got to get a sum first. We got to tell it to go out of order of operations and do that addition first. Okay, problem number 2. 8. Ooh, that was ugly. Less than the product of 6 and a number is 3. Okay, I'm going to pause for a minute, give you the opportunity, take your best educated guess before I give it to you. Hey,
Is this right?
I'm getting ready to tell you. So I'm getting ready to write it in red, which means it's wrong, okay? If yours looks like this, don't worry about it. That's a very common mistake. I'm not psychic. I've just seen the mistake a lot of kids make over the years. It's very common to make this mistake. So don't get upset if you see yours in red. What's more important is that we're going to fix it, okay? A lot of kids say, well, 8 less than, that means I'm going to do 8 minus something, okay? It's not 8 minus something. Remember that, and it's still subtraction, but that less than, remember that's the one we did in our notes that's called a turnaround phrase. Because when I'm doing 8 less than, I'm really subtracting 8 from something. So it's kind of backwards from what you think. So 8 less than doesn't mean you're going to do 8 minus something. It means you're going to subtract 8 from something else. What are you going to subtract 8 from? Well, what does product mean? What are we doing when we say product? What does that mean? Multiplication, right? So we're going to multiply something. I'm going to put a little dot right there. What are we going to multiply? 6 and what? A number. We'll go with X. We'll be boring and say X, okay? So that 8 less than means we're actually going to subtract 8 from what comes after it. So 6 and a number. So remember that. I guarantee you'll see one of those. I'm not giving you these for my health. It's because you're going to see them, okay? So please make sure tomorrow that you don't repeat that mistake. It's okay to make it today. Absolutely. 6 less than the quotient. Remember, that's that word everybody forgets. Let's see if you're one of them. Of a number and 6 is 12. 6 less than the quotient of a number and 6 is 12.
I tell y'all, I wasn't planning on coming to work today because I played the Powerball, right? So I called all the kids in first period poor yesterday. So I did win the lottery, but it was only $4. All right, so let's get after it. But for when I did the thing, it goes ding, ding, ding. Boy, my heart sunk. I see me in a Porsche and all that, and then she's like $4. I was like, that's weak. All right. Yeah. All right. So 6 less than the quotient of a number and 6 is 12. All right, so what I'm going to start at is what? is 12. So it equals 12. Y'all with me on that? All right, and then, cool. Bow. Done with that part. All right, then what else? 6 less than, right? 6 less than. So does that adding 6, minus 6, what? So whatever I got, I'm going to minus 6 from it. Bow. You see that? What's quotient mean? Division. All right, bow. There's my division. Now what am I putting in a division?
We're not using the little baby division. We're using a fraction bar.
What am I putting? What I need? What does it say? The quotient of a number and what? And 6. So hold on. Where's 6 go on the top or the bottom?
Bottom.
All right. Bow. Right? So what am I missing?
X is on the top.
X, Y, Z, A, J, K, L, M. All right. I'm going to use M. Does it matter? Is that right, though? Is that 6 less than the quotient of a number and 6? And it's going to equal what? 12. Set it up. You see? Sometimes you got to let it set it up for you. We got another one?
So we're actually going to play a little game to practice now.
Okay. All right. Little game.
All right. Any of y'all ever play Blue Kit?